doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
And OU Nightly has team coverage. From the most bitter battle for governor in decades.
The only business that is thriving under Governor Stitt's watch is his own.
I know the truth. She's not lying to me. She's lying to you, the public.
To the race for who will represent OU's campus in the State House.
Really about getting that one-to-one endorsement from the voter.
I'm going to be that candidate that fights to protect their life, liberty, and property.
We bring you every angle covering education.
Critical race theory is an elective that is taught in college.
We don't want kids to have access to pornography in schools.
To abortion.
It is a states' rights issue.
And uncovering what matters most on our campus.
There is such a women's rights issue going on in the state of Oklahoma. They're being threatened.
This is OU Nightly, Election 2022.
Welcome to this OU Nightly special report, our election coverage for the 2022 midterm elections. Good evening, I'm Dame Nasirals.
And I'm Addie Crawford. Polls across the state closed just minutes ago at 7 o'clock on the dot.
But an important reminder, all voters who are in line at 7 p.m. will be able to vote, and we are anxiously awaiting the first results to trickle into the newsroom.
And as we do, let's check in with the watch parties for both candidates for governor. Dakota McDowell-Wapakichi is live at Governor Stitt's election party at the Embassy Suites in Oklahoma City. Dakota?
Yeah, I'm at the Embassy Suites on Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City. Right now, as you can hear behind me, it's super loud. There's a lot of people. Right now in attendance, Representative Tom Cole, Representative Stephanie Bice, and even Senator James Langford. We've also had Secretary of Education Ryan Walters come through, who Gabrielle Tumani will have more about in a little bit. I will definitely be reporting on Kevin Stitt's campaign here, and hopefully in a little bit, I know the polls closed just now, but we'll hear more in a little bit.
Thanks, Dakota. Now let's check in with Cameron Joyner. She's live at Democrat Joy Hoffmeister's watch party in Oklahoma City.
Dana, Addie, we're here at the Oklahoma History Center, which is where Joy Hoffmeister is hosting her watch party as those votes start to roll in tonight. Now, those polls closed just minutes ago, and I know that the anticipation is high in this room, though Hoffmeister has not yet to arrive for those votes to start trickling in. And Hoffmeister split from the Republican Party to run as a Democrat against Kevin Stitt in this election, and there are many things that have separated her from her opponent. Though she calls herself a pro-life in her personal life, she wants to undo some of the things that Kevin Stitt has done during his administration with abortion rights here in Oklahoma, and her tribal endorsement and promise to work with the Native tribes here in the state and prioritize education have also set her apart and appealed with her supporters. And I know everyone has their eye on this race and these results tonight, so stay tuned and I'll have more for you on Hoffmeister's race coming up.
Thanks, Cameron. We spoke with OU professors about what we could expect to see after the election.
Jumping all over the place, or two polls come out on the same day with vastly different findings.
Some polls are showing something surprising. The governor's race is closer than anyone expected. Political science professors at the University of Oklahoma say a lot of factors could be impacting this scenario.
This is an effort to sort of lay out a marker and say we're trying to compete seriously for that middle and win over a large percentage of it.
Professor Charles Finocchiaro says Joy Hoffmeister's statewide reputation and her emerging as a moderate Democrat could be in her favor on this race.
The question is, can she sort of break through that ceiling that Democrats have faced statewide for a number of years now. It's been many years since a Democrat has won statewide in Oklahoma.
But Governor Stitt is sticking with his conservative stance on hot-button issues like abortion, inflation, and job creation. Potential red meat to get his conservative base out to vote.
You're making that jobs argument to people who are kind of undecided because you want them to show up and vote for you. You're making those red meat partisan arguments to people who are extremely conservative because you know they'll vote for you if they show up.
But the close numbers on this race also make Oklahomans question something else: the accuracy of Oklahoma polls.
A number of the polls that we've seen in the Oklahoma governor's race is those polling organizations are not super well known. They're not graded by 538.
Political scientists argue that election watchers should not count on only one poll for an accurate snapshot of a political horse race. They recommend looking at polling averages used by national polls such as Real Clear Politics and 538.com. Gabriella Timani, Gaylor News.
Now we're going to take a look at the state superintendent race between Ryan Walters and Gina Nelson. OU Nightly's Olivia Daig is live at the Democrat Watch Party with more on Gina Nelson.
Guys, I'm at the Gina Nelson State Superintendent Watch Party where the polls have closed. We're getting those numbers in, but we don't know anything yet. Gina Nelson has not made an appearance yet. Some issues that she's concerned about is increasing teacher pay, helping rural schools, and improving mental health for students. She opposes school vouchers, and she is endorsed by Joy Hoffmeister. That's all from me. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Olivia. Now let's check in with OU Nightly's Gabriella Tumani, who is covering Republican candidate Ryan Walters. She is live at the Republican Watch Party. Gabriella?
Thanks, Dana. Yes, I'm here at the Embassy Suites Northwest Expressway, Oklahoma City, where Governor Kevin Stitt's election party is taking place. We can see here a lot of Republican candidates, including Republican incumbent Tom Cole. We also saw Congresswoman Stephanie Bice, as well as Senator James Lankford. We were able to talk to Republican incumbent Tom Cole, and we just saw Ryan Walters entering the room, and we're still going to be updating you guys more about the upcoming election results. Just a reminder, election polls have closed at 7 p.m., so you're not able to vote anymore. We'll keep you updated as soon as we have more information about the upcoming election results. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Gabriella, and thank you guys for joining us for OU Nightly for this special election coverage.
We'll be back with you again at 7:30 on Facebook and Cox Cable.
Now we're going to take a short break, but plenty more team coverage on the way.
Still to come, the fight for Senator Jim Inhofe's seat, House district races, and results later on. Stick around.
Is your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane? You can't just turn away a natural disaster.